Why does the world suddenly show Gaza's starving children after years of ignoring them? And why does Sudan, Congo, and others get total silence? They want you to believe Gaza is the only genocide happening right now. But look deeper. While the world watches Palestine burn, Sudan and Congo are bleeding in silence. Millions starved, displaced, slaughtered, and no cameras, no headlines, no hashtags. Why? Because this is not about humanity. It's about power, profit, and control. The so-called international community, the guardians of human rights, pick and choose whose suffering gets broadcast. They show you starving children in Gaza only when it serves their agenda, only when it fits their script. But Sudan, Congo, forgotten, hidden, silenced. Let me ask you this. Why are millions of Muslims in Sudan deliberately starved, blockaded, bombed, yet the world remains quiet? Why do the minerals of Congo, the cobalt in your phone, the gold in their vaults, matter more than the human beings slaughtered to mine them? Do you know what's happening? Sudan is not just another civil war. It's a Western-engineered destabilization, part of a decades-old blueprint. Former US General Wesley Clark himself admitted the Pentagon had a plan since 2007 to take down 7 Muslim-majority nations.
Right after 9/11, about 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon and I saw Secretary Rumsfeld and Deputy Secretary Wolfowitz. I went downstairs just to say hello to some of the people on the Joint Staff who used to work for me, and one of the generals called me in. He said, "Sir, you got to come in and talk to me a second." I said, "Well, you're too busy." He said, No. He says, "We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq." This was on or about the 20th of September. I said, "We're going to war with Iraq? Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess they don't know what else to do." So I said, "Well, did they find some information connecting Saddam to Al-Qaeda?" He said, No. He says, "There's nothing new that way. They just made the decision to go to war with Iraq." He said, "I guess it's like we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we've got a good military and we can take down governments." And he said, "I guess if the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem has to look like a nail." So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, he reached over on his desk, he picked up a piece of paper, and he said, I just got this down from upstairs," meaning the Secretary of Defense's office today, and he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran." I said, "Is it classified?" He said, "Yes, sir." I'm going to give you his name.
So go through the countries again.
Well, starting with Iraq, then Syria and Lebanon, then Libya, then Somalia and Sudan, and then back to Iran.
Iraq, Libya, Syria, Lebanon, Somalia, Sudan, Iran. Step by step, they've executed this script. Sudan was always on the list. And here's the ugliest truth. The Arab regimes, UAE, Saudi puppets, so-called allies of the West, are helping in this genocide, feeding weapons, money, and intelligence to fuel the bloodshed. They are worse than murderers. They are demons in human skin, betraying their own brothers and sisters while bowing to their masters. Gaza is the fire they let you see. Sudan, Congo, and others are the fires they hide, until they need the footage for profit, until your emotions can be weaponized, until it serves the architect of darkness. And remember this, in the Quran, Allah exposes these tyrants. Indeed, those who disbelieve spend their wealth to avert people from the way of Allah. So they will spend it, then it will be for them a source of regret, then they will be overcome. Surah Al-Anfal, 8:36. These genocides are not accidents. They are chess moves. They are rituals of blood designed to weaken the Ummah, to destabilize Africa, to extract resources, and to pave the way for global control. Sudan starves in silence. Congo bleeds in shadows. And the world scrolls TikTok. Ask yourself, why do they want you distracted? Why do they want you blind? The answer is simple. Because the moment you see through the lies, their empire crumbles.